Hello Taurus, my name is Jason. Thanks for visiting my channel. This is your December 2018 reading. It's a general reading, so it could be about love, career, projects, things that are going on in your life. You'll know if it works for you. The cards are pretty good shuffle. Hey Taurus, you go into December with the Sun card, so it looks like you're in a pretty good position here, or things are just about lining up for you. So something has just happened, you've had some realizations, or something's finally working for you and things are coming together. So something you've worked hard at, perhaps it's starting to see the results of that, and it's almost like you're feeling like brand new. So you've had some kind of an awakening, some kind of almost a spiritual awakening too, where you've seen how the spiritual world can really interact with your practical day-to-day life in the 3D. So what a great realization to have. Great way to start December. Okay, now let's have a look and see your challenge. Your challenge for the month of December, you've got the Three of Cups. Now the Three of Cups is a card of celebration. Okay, what I'm feeling here though is that yes, you have done a lot of hard work, but it's not really finished yet. So be careful not to celebrate before all the work's done, because you might miss something. If you have a look here, yeah, these ladies are celebrating, but have a look on the ground. The fruit's not picked yet. They haven't finished the harvest. It's partying a little too early. So perhaps there could be maybe some excessive drinking or something, maybe mixing with the crowd that you shouldn't really be mixing with just yet at this stage. There's still got a bit of work to do, and so this card's really asking you in this position just to not drop the ball and don't count your chickens before they hatch. Okay, we'll have another closer look at it later. But look, it's a positive card. Three of Cups is pretty positive most of the time for me. Okay, now your fears position. In your fears, you have here the King of Pentacles. Now, the King of Pentacles is a very stable character. Might be a little bit boring, but he's certainly got all his ducks in a row. He's very wealthy. You can have a look. He's just surrounded by all that abundance there. And for some reason, he showed up in your blockage or in your hopes and fears position. So is there someone here, perhaps a boss, who you're just a bit worried that you've let something slip? Maybe there's something you've been working on, and maybe a slightly important part of whatever you've been working on, it hasn't been done, and maybe you've tried to cover it up somehow, Taurus, or it's something had to go. It was too late to fix it by the time you moved on to something else or something, and you're worried that this person might find out about it, if they're a boss or if they're a customer or something. It doesn't make it's not a big problem. It's just that perhaps they might feel that they haven't got what they paid for, and they're quite a good customer, and you don't want to show them that you've cut any corners or something. And it just doesn't happen all the time. I'm feeling this was just sort of almost like an accident, or maybe there was just something overlooked or something. We'll have a closer look at it and see what it was. It might not be that, but that's what I'm picking up is that you're a bit worried that this King of Pentacles person might find out something that you'd rather they didn't find out or didn't find out yet. Okay. The best attitude for you to take into the month of December, okay, is to watch your back. This is the Five of Swords. Now, the Five of Swords generally talks about a victory, but it's quite often it's a victory which is not well deserved, or if it's like you've won the battle but you haven't won the war. And you'll see this character here. Yes, he's victorious now. This person in front, he's picked up those swords and he's got a smirk on his face saying, "Yeah, I won this one." He's walking away, but look, there are two swords on the ground there, and those guys could easily come back and get him with them. So he hasn't quite finished this project or finished with these people. So perhaps there's been some kind of a conflict, and it hasn't really an argument, and it hasn't been finished yet. Okay, we'll try and look at that a little bit more closely later. The outcome towards the end of the month. Okay, there looks like some kind of a betrayal. Now, either you might be feeling betrayed, Taurus, or that someone around you might be feeling betrayed. Okay, could have something to do with this King of Pentacles energy here. So you've tried to pull the wool, or someone's tried to pull the wool over this King of Pentacles eyes, and it hasn't worked. Perhaps they've been found out, or also it could be about this person here and those guys coming back to fight another day, and he thought he had won, but he hadn't. We'll see how that goes. We'll see what else is in this mix here. So it looks like you started off really optimistic, Taurus, with the sun going into December. You're feeling like you've just had this rebirth, and there's a good sense of spirit helping you along, and I can see that you're trying to be optimistic and do the right things. So the sun is a really positive card. You've dotted all your I's and crossed all your T's, but there's something there which doesn't seem quite right. So you're feeling optimistic. Everything is looking forward for you. Why is the sun card here? Why am I feeling just a little bit funny about this optimistic card here? Well, you know what? I'm not even going to clarify that. We'll just stick with your optimistic view there. We'll go to why is the Three of Cups here. The Three of Cups seems to be the challenge here, and we've got, okay, so there's some squabbling. This is the Five of Wands. There is some squabbling over stuff. It's not really important in the big picture, but people arguing about something, about who gets what or something like that. And so if this is in the celebration, remember I said it wasn't quite sorted yet, so there might be some issue about the way resources are divvied up, divided, or something like that, and it might just create a little bit of angst amongst a group of people. And the challenge here is to make sure that everyone is seen to be being satisfied somehow. So consensus is the word I'm thinking of. So you need to try and get consensus with this group of people, or the way that this contract is being done, like whose job is actually what. And perhaps I'm feeling that might be a line drawn the wrong way, and someone doesn't know who's responsible for this, and there could be some buck passing here, something like that. And that's why I'm seeing this. And even though we've got the Three of Cups here, there seems to be some celebration here, but all the work's not done. And all the work's not done because someone didn't take responsibility. There was like some turf wars, or it could be the other way around, that everyone wants responsibility and is like claiming responsibility or credit for something that they not necessarily have done or haven't done, something like that. Not feeling too specific about that. Maybe something more will come up. So this King of Pentacles energy, why is the King of Pentacles in your fears position, Taurus? Why would you be a bit worried about what this King of Pentacles character thinks about? If they're the boss, or a big contract or something like that, a big project that's been done, someone who represents that, and why might they be upset, or why might you be a little afraid of their response or what they do? Okay, so I'm thinking that this is the Three of Pentacles. Now, the Three of Pentacles is clarifying the King of Pentacles. I'm thinking that there could be, well, more than one person involved. I'm thinking, again, I'm seeing a lot of teamwork here, a lot of maybe some division of responsibility. It hasn't gone very smoothly. And it looks like the King of Pentacles energy here, someone thinks this person's in charge, but really it's there's someone else. It's like getting caught up in some kind of bureaucracy or paperwork, or something like that. Or maybe someone hasn't followed the plans. If you have a look at this card here, the Three of Pentacles, these people, the monk and the woman, they've got some plans there, and they're trying to show them to someone, but it doesn't look like he's buying it. So is there some kind of organisation or a bank or something you're trying to get some investment funds or trying to divvy up these funds or something like that. It looks like a really, it's feeling like some kind of a workplace issue, but there's a bit of conflict as far as getting something done or communicating equally, or someone feeling left out, and there's some bickering, and then there's someone thinking the cat's in the bag, but it's not. We'll have a look. So we've got here, okay, the King of Pentacles, and clarified by the Three of Pentacles. What is this issue about? Why are you scared here? What would be the fear here, Taurus? Can we be very specific, please, Spirit, about what this fear might be about? Seems to be where I'm drawn here. And we've got, okay, the Knight of Cups. Okay, so there could be someone else coming along. So it looks like there's too many people involved in this, too many people. And that's the problem. So someone's going to come along and they're going to try and be the peacemaker. So I'm feeling that this Knight of Cups here is a peacemaker. He's trying to say, well, listen, how about we just do it this way instead? But to do it this way, there's going to have to be some kind of sacrifice. Someone's going to have to give up some pride. And that's all I'm getting there. So it looks like there's ego involved here, okay? So it looks like a lot of ego with this stuff here, and along comes this guy who's not really about ego. This Knight of Cups is usually about love and giving and emotion and spirit, and he's saying, listen, you're just going to have to drop the ego if this is going to work. And so it's a lot of people involved here, and it looks like pretty harsh energies. So you've gone into the beginning of December feeling really great, and then and I think you might have seen this coming. It was sort of nagging away at you, whatever this conflict is. You could see it might have got out of hand if the contract wasn't really tight, and or whatever it is, the agreement or the policy or whatever. Okay, so why is the Five of Swords here in the best attitude position? So best attitude is to watch your back, Taurus. Okay, even though you may not have done anything wrong, you might be caught up in this somehow. Okay, so you got here, Ace of Cups. Okay, so the so if you watch your back, you could see this as an opportunity for you. So while all these people around you are squabbling, Taurus, you have this great opportunity to move forward somehow. So someone, I'm thinking, will see how you've stayed away from the bickering, and you're squeaky clean here, and it's going to come through, and you're going to be feeling really clear and abundant, and there's an opportunity, a new start for you. So it's Cups, so it could be about some kind of romantic thing, but I'm thinking this is also like a work thing. It's more about just you'll get some kind of status in your group or among the people who count. Okay, they're going to see how you have led yourself and dealt with all this. It's looking pretty good. So it looks like you are pretty squeaky clean. Okay, that's good. Even though you're going to watch your back and perhaps that's all I'm getting there. Let's have a look. What is this Three of Swords about? Why the Three of Swords here for the outcome? The end of December. I think I said someone's going to feel betrayed, whether it's you or someone else in this big mishmash of just a lot of people. There's a lot of people, and there's ego here. There's some laziness, some not really people not accepting or being intolerant of each other, some power struggles. Why is the Three of Swords here for Taurus? Okay, so that's clarified by the Four of Pentacles. So the Four of Pentacles talks about hanging on to money. So someone who's got the power is hanging on to money. So we've talked all about, there could be arguments about division of assets and things, and someone is holding on, and there's going to be a few people feeling a bit ripped off. Okay, and then so you can see this person here grabbing on, not letting go, penny pinching. So if someone's penny pinching, Taurus, that's not nice, especially when after the work seems done, but um, perhaps there was a loophole somewhere which someone found where they didn't have to pay or something like that. That's if it's a business reading. So, look, it looks like there's just been a lot of conflict, and because of that conflict or ego, things couldn't really run smoothly. So that's where it is. I don't think I need to take that any further. So look, hopefully that speaks to you somehow, Taurus. I hope it's not as all negative as I've made it sound. I certainly hope I haven't. There's always a light at the end of the tunnel. It's just a month. Let me know. Please like and leave a comment if you've got any feedback about that, if it's resonated somehow. And I'll talk to you in a couple of weeks.